Yeah. So can you tell me about yourself?
Okay, hello, good evening. I'm Archita Jadhav. I'm completed my graduation in the year of 2018 from Pune University with an aggregate of a 76%. I have an 8-month experience in non-technical field. I work as a production engineer in a DUT transmission. Okay, so now I'm interested for the testing field. Okay, so I'm looking for the good organization who can give me the opportunity to explore my skills, testing skills. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so you said around 8 months you worked in a non-technical stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what drives you basically to, switch from that non-technical to testing field basically? Because there are multiple fields you can choose, right? But
Yeah.
what drives you, what motivates you to choose the testing field itself?
Okay, so basically from starting phase, my area of interest in a testing field, in a technical field, but due to some reasons or due to some circumstances, I'm not able to join technical field. I joined
Okay.
non-technical field. Then after that, I got married. After the experience, after that joining the non-technical field, I got married and I got a support from my family. They encouraged me for the technical field
Okay, so
and for the testing field.
okay, great, great. So basically, have you done any certification in testing?
No, no, no. I did some free online classes.
Okay, so basically you learn from the online classes and by yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me, since I'm asking very fresher level questions to you, so can you tell me what is a manual testing?
Okay. So in a manual testing, we're testing the application manually. Means here we are testing the application by writing the test cases by manually. Means there is no any part of a like a means programming or a script. We are testing the means testing the application by our one scenario or our one creativity.
So can you give me just one example where you can just explain me to understand what exactly the manual testing you are basically perform if you want to give anything to perform the manual testing.
Okay, so suppose I have one site, one web. Okay, so for example, I have an Amazon site. So
Okay.
I have to check the look and feel of that application. Means how it is how it is compatible for the users. How it is easy in language. Means I have to check the look and feel of an application. So at that case, I have to do it manually. I have to check means I am a as an user as an customer. I have to check is it compatible for me. The navigation is compatible for me, the language is compatible for me, so I have to check the look and feel of an application by manually.
Okay, so yeah, understood. So what else you gonna check in the Amazon? Like one thing is you said the look and feel. Other thing what you gonna check?
uh, Easy in language, easy to understand,
Okay.
navigation,
Mm-hmm.
is it given any pop-up message like a error message after a login after logging in. Means suppose I have to log in Amazon site and I added and I entered incorrect password, so is it given a error message like you are entering a wrong password, please enter right password, likewise.
Yeah, basically, if you want to use the Amazon site, basically you will first sign up, and then you will check as a manual tester. You will check whether all the sign up stuff is working as per the expectation or not, right? The second thing you will check the module login where you are able to log in after signing up or not, right? So
Yeah,
these are things also you're gonna check, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so in the answer you can include this as well. So if anybody asks you to answer like what exactly the manual testing, for example, if somebody asks you, so you can add the functionality more as compared to the look and feel. Look and feel is definitely going to come, but first thing is the functionality, whether the functionality is working or not, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you know the manual testing. So can you tell me like how to write a test cases? I mean, what are the steps or what are the columns are basically there to write the test cases?
Okay, so write a test cases. We have a like a columns like a test case ID. Then we have a test scenarios. Then test case steps. Then test case precondition. What will be the precondition? Then expected result, actual result, post condition, status of the error. Likewise.
Okay, so is there any test data is also there or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So can you tell me the test cases of air conditioner?
Test cases of a air conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So first we have to check. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if I on the air conditioner means
Mm-hmm.
what will be its a response time, like means in how much time it will responding to me. Okay, so after suppose it is a remote control. Air conditioner is basically a remote control device. So after clicking on the 25 buttons, is it increasing the air or it is a decreasing in the air? Means we have to check the like air wise. Okay, so again, 1 second. That's it. I am.
Okay, no problem. I mean, you can just think basically, no need to, think technically basically, yeah, what you can say, uh, in the air conditioner, first you will try to see after plug-in, right? Whether
Yeah.
it is on or off, right? So
Mhm.
in remote also, by remote you can try to check whether when I'm pressing the on button, so either the air conditioner is switching on, or when we do the off it is switching off. So that
Yes.
is the one case that you can check, right? And you can also check the air conditioner cooling part. So suppose you have setting the temperature like 10, 20, 12 degree or 13 degrees, so whether it is giving you the cooling feature or not, right? Because that is what meant for the air conditioner is, right?
Yes.
So that is what you can check. You can check the AC fan. So basically in the AC also there is a fan, right? So
Mhm.
whether that works properly or not, you can see, if you know, in the AC sometimes there is leakage also, right?
Yes.
The water is spilling. So basically that you also can check after switching on, whether there is any leakage in the ACs or not, because that all condition we can say that in the negative side also, right?
Yes.
You have a that remote control. You can check on the remote, if you are putting increasing the temperature basically, so it is increasing or not. So those thing also you can see.
Yes.
Okay, so suppose you are setting the temperature 25 degree. So on your AC panel it is showing 25 or not. In your remote control it is showing 25 or not.
Yes.
So just think about a very normal way, like what are the things you do while interacting with the air conditioner, and that is your test case basically. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So can you also give me the negative scenario of ATM machine test cases? Only the negative scenarios.
Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, First, the like I have to explain with a negative scenario. Okay. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
it's like when we are enter the card, we have to enter the right password.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
This is our positive scenario or a basic functionality.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario is like we have to enter the ATM card wrongly, means
Mm-hmm.
like wrong insertion. First is
Okay.
the negative scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to enter the negative, like wrong password.
Okay.
Check with a wrong password. Okay, we have, and also there is a 3 attempts in any ATM section. After that, our
Right.
card is blocked.
Mm-hmm.
To check with a 3 times with a like a an
Yeah.
incorrect password.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So after three steps, we have to check is it card is blocked or not.
Right.
Okay. Then one more thing, when I insert the card correctly and I enter the password. and suddenly the ATM machine is stopped or switch off, then what
Okay.
will be the response, like after switch oning or after plugging on, then what will be the like a response? We have to check that as well.
Yeah, right.
After
Mm-hmm.
entering the card, like that's it. I have to
Yeah.
answer positive.
Yeah, there are multiple negative scenarios also. Like one example, we can say where suppose I am entering all the valid details, card numbers and password, and
Yes,
then in my account there is zero balance, and I'm trying to just withdraw 1,000 rupees. So it should not allow me to withdraw, right?
yes.
So that is also, yeah, there are multiple, but whatever you said is the right. Okay. So my next question is basically, can you tell me what is the difference between black box testing and white box testing?
Okay, so in a black box testing, we are testing the application without looking into the internal structure. So in a black box,
What does it mean by internal structure?
internal structure means implementation details. We hide the implementation details. Means what are the implementation details are developed by the developer. So we don't know the code,
Okay.
we don't know the methods, we don't know the
Mm-hmm.
class. So
Yeah.
we are testing the application like a customer without looking into the application.
Correct.
So in a white box testing, we are testing the application by looking into the internal structure. There we know what will be the code, what will the internal structure, what will be the methods. So all the methods are visible for the tester. If I'm a tester, I'm testing the application, means I'm a testing a white I'm doing a white box testing. So I know the internal structure. Like
Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay, so in a black box testing, internal structure is invisible to the tester, or in a white box testing is internal structure is visible to the tester. And white box testing is also called as a glass box testing and a transparent testing.
Okay, so why there is two types of testing basically involved, where we can say that the black box and white box. I
Okay,
mean, why there is differentiation? Why can
okay,
we not say that like both the testing we can somewhere manage into one testing type? Why we have separated out? Is
yeah,
there any reason?
yes, yes. Basically white box testing is done by the developer side. Okay, so they do
Okay,
the development
great.
at that side. And
Mm-hmm.
testing we are testing the application like a customer. Means what will be the response, what will the requirement, what will the functionality is working fine or not, without looking into the internal structure. So black box testing is basically testing the application like a customer.
Okay, okay, got it. So can you tell me one more thing? So unit testing is a part of black box testing or white box testing?
It is a part of a white box testing.
Who does that unit testing?
Developers.
Okay, great. So can you tell me uh, what are the uh, what are the different techniques that we as a tester we can utilize while doing the testing techniques?
Yeah, yeah. First we have a like a uh, first decision table technique, then equivalence class partitioning,
Okay,
then boundary value analysis, then state transition technique. Like these are the techniques for the testing.
okay. So can you tell me what is equivalence class partitioning testing technique?
Here we are partitioning the valid and invalid inputs for the testing purpose.
Can you
Here
give
we are,
example?
yeah. Suppose I have a login page. In login page, I have a user ID and password. Okay, so for the login page for the user ID, my requirement says that user ID can be a alphanumeric only.
Okay.
Okay, so valid input is my alphanumeric value. Okay, so in invalid
Mm-hmm.
input is like a alphabetic value, numeric value, any special character, any symbolic value. So I have to check with the valid and invalid input as well.
So how do you categorize when we have a valid input as a alphanumeric? So what is invalid value basically?
It depend on the requirement. Means, if my requirement says that my user ID is only a alphanumeric character, then I have to check with the valid inputs like a alphanumeric character, and after that I have to test with the negative scenarios like invalid inputs.
But can you tell me that in invalid input? I mean, I understand like it based on the requirement, but still, if you have a alphanumeric value, then there might be some invalid value as well, right? So what is that?
I didn't got means, what are you saying? Like I have to explain in terms of a example.
Yeah, I mean, you said in equivalence class partitioning, you need to deal with valid input, invalid input, right? So
Hmm.
you said in your username, there is a valid input called alphanumeric character, which contain numbers and alphabets, right?
Yes.
So what is invalid scenario? You said the positive valid scenario, but what is invalid scenario?
Yes, I said na. Invalid scenarios like I have to enter with a like a no, I have to check with a symbolic character, like a
Okay,
special
so
character.
okay, so you mean that you will check with the invalid input as a what we can say that the special characters basically.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, got it. I thought you are saying that in the positive scenarios it accept the symbolic characters as well.
Uh,
Okay,
Basically, a valid means positive testing. We are testing a positive scenario, and
yeah,
in testing we are entering an invalid input.
right, right. Okay, got it. Okay, so can you tell me what is the difference between regression testing and retesting?
Okay, so in a regression testing, we are testing the when there is a new changes or a new functionality in the application. So at that case, we have to make sure that these changes or new functionality is not affecting on my previous functionality. I
Okay,
I'm taken one example. So okay, so I have an example of a Gmail. Okay, so in a Gmail, in a sandbox, I got some defect. I fix it from my developer side. Okay, they I got the sandbox. I have to check. I have to do first. I have to do the retesting of a sandbox. Retesting means testing the fix application. Okay,
yeah, the bug which are fixed that you are doing in retesting.
retesting. Okay, so I have to
Okay,
first do the retesting of sandbox. Okay, after retesting, I have to check is it affecting on my other model like a compose mail inbox? Is it affecting on that model as well? So I have to do the regression testing of a compose mail and inbox.
okay, okay, got it. Yeah. So have you used? I mean, I know like you are just a fresher, so like have you used any bug tracking tool? I mean, where you can log the bugs basically. So do
Uh,
you have any idea on that?
yeah, I know the Jira. Jira is a bug tracking tool as well.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I heard about it from my what my husband.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the word of Jira. Jira is a defect tracking tool. Here we are tracking the defect. In the means we have to give the status of the defect, like it is a log, it is a close, or it is a open. Who
Yeah.
log in, or who found the defect, who fixed the defect. So all these functionality, all these things are considered in that tool.
Yeah, I mean, the bug tracking tool basically, but still not work as much,
I
right?
got word. I know the word from my
Okay,
husband.
okay.
Tell me about the Jira.
Okay, okay, fine. And what about the basically writing the test cases? Do you know any tool or you are writing in a Excel sheet?
Yeah, I'm recently I'm write it on Excel sheet only.
Okay, so okay. So there are multiple actually test rail and there are even in the Jira also you can write the test case as well. So Jira is basically used for both the things like bug tracking and also you can write the test case over there.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so can you tell me the difference, one major difference between the SDLC and STLC?
Okay. In SDLC, we are developing the software, and
Okay,
SDLC is the part of also SDLC. Here we are testing the application.
okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes, SDLC is the development process. Is a step-by-step or standard process of developing a new software, and SDLC is the step-by-step and standard process of testing that software, developed software.
So can you tell me the STLC life cycle phases basically?
Yes, yes. In a SDLC, we have a first requirement collection,
Mm-hmm.
then we have a feasibility study, then we have design, then coding,
Uh,
testing.
so basically, Archita, I'm asking for STLC, software
SDLC,
testing life cycle. Yeah.
yes, yes, I misunderstood that. SDLC, in SDLC, we have a system study first,
Mm-hmm.
we have a test planning,
Okay.
we have to write a test cases on it.
Uh,
Okay, then we have a traceability matrix,
mm-hmm.
we have a test execution, then we
Okay.
have a defect tracking, then we have a test case execution report, and at the last we have a post-mortem report and
Okay.
rest report three something report. I know the
Okay.
word.
So yeah. So can you, yeah, that's fine. I mean, what are the steps you said that is okay. But can you tell me in test planning, what are the things basically happen in test planning step?
In test planning, means here is the future related planning, means all the future related activities are planned in the test planning, means
Okay.
how much engineers we are test engineers we are required for the particular application, means which particular engineer is working on a which particular application, means
Okay.
how many days it will take to complete the particular application. So all the future related activities are considered in a test planning.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's right. So can you also tell me there is one step in software testing life cycle, test environment setup.
Yeah.
So what does that mean, test environment setup?
Okay, basically, I'm also taking an example of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So, suppose I have to test the application, Amazon application. So I'm not testing the application on the user side.
Okay.
I'm testing the application on a I'm creating one test environment of a Amazon site, and I have to test the application on that environment.
Okay.
Okay, here I am creating one test environment for the
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.
Okay, okay, fine. So can you tell me what is the mask defect? MASK, mask defect.
No, I don't know about mask defect.
So you know the meaning of a defect, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you relate it somewhere? What does it mean that mask defect? Any
One,
guess? Maybe you can tell me. If you are wrong, that's okay. But
yeah. Okay. Basically, a defect means of when the feature and functionality is not working according to the customer requirement. So
okay,
then, at that case, we mark it as a defect.
yeah, that is defect. But what is mask? MASK,
Yeah,
mask defect.
mask. Same like we are testing the feature and functionality as per the requirement. Means is it like a mask same as per the requirement?
No, so let me just give you the correct answer. No problem. You just tried, that is okay. So mask defect is basically there is a defect, but it is somewhere hiding, with another defect. So suppose there is an application and you have one defect, okay,
Mm.
but if that defect going to be resolved, then only you will be able to find another defect. So one defect is hiding basically the another defect. It is masking, providing a layer basically. Okay, so you're not gonna, just find out that another defect because it is somewhere hiding between the another defect. So
Okay,
that is called as the mask defect basically.
okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So in manual testing, like apart from manual testing, have you learned anything else related to a database or maybe a Java or anything?
No, I haven't the knowledge like means what are the testing database related testing skills, means, testing types. Like I have to do means for the database we have to check with the means that we for that we need to require some SQL injection वगैरह, like a web
Yeah,
security test.
but I'm not asking you that much, that advanced level, but I'm just asking you, do you know the basic SQL queries?
No, I know the SQL injection, but I didn't know about SQL queries.
Okay, no problem. So just a second. Yeah, so you know the basic Java, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me what is the inheritance basically?
Okay, means inheritance. There is
Yeah.
a some subclass and some parent class.
Okay.
Subclass is a take is inheriting the property from a parent class. For
Okay.
example, I have one class. Okay, one in subclass I have a method of like a add method and the division method. So this is my parent class. Okay, so now I'm deriving some other class subclass like that is a class B. So here I'm extending the class A, my parent's class. So
Okay.
I'm taking the property of a parent class for the subclass.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. That's the right answer. So okay, so let me just ask you a few more question in the manual testing. Okay, because this is moreover we have already decided to take the manual testing related question only.
Yes.
So just give me a second. Yeah, so can you tell me, like while learning manual testing, since you are a fresher and you have learned by your own, so what are the challenges you faced while learning the manual testing?
Okay. From when I started manual testing, learning, that time suppose there is one example regression testing. So theoretically, I don't know that regression testing, but practically I didn't understand. Means I don't understand what is the regression testing. So
Okay.
my sister-in-law, she is a test lead. So I asked her for this regression testing, and she given me the example, and she explained it me very well for the regression testing. And that time I understand what will be the regression testing.
Okay, so basically the practical knowledge basically you are missing while learning by your own, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one more thing, I
Mm-hmm.
also did the practical. I got the practical knowledge from my sister-in-law. She given me some requirement, and she's like, you have some requirement. You have to explore the requirement. You have to write the test cases and test scenario for that requirement. So I did it practically as well.
Okay, so you basically mentioned two different words. One is the requirement and one is the scenario, right?
No, no, no. Suppose she's a given me some module for the I have to explore that module. I have to study about the requirement that particular module.
Yeah.
And on the requirement, I have to write the test cases on it.
Okay.
On
Okay, so I understood. So suppose I am giving you ABC as a module, okay,
Yes.
and I said you do even I have not explained you what exactly the ABC module basically do, okay, and I have said to write the test case for ABC module. So what are the steps or basically you are going to take to write the test cases?
Okay. In that module, she also given me the requirement. So if there is
Okay.
a first I have to do the system study. Means I have to understand what are all the requirements have. I have to explore by myself. Okay. Then I have to write a test cases on it. Okay. After writing the test cases, I have to execute all the test cases.
But
Hello.
if you don't know the entire module itself, like how you gonna write the test case then?
Means I don't know about the model, anything about the model.
Yes. So
I
suppose, yeah.
explore it myself
And
by
how
looking
do
into,
you explore it?
the model. Na means how the model is working. Means suppose the same model I worked with the same model previously.
Okay.
I have to write. I have to explore by looking into the same model.
Okay. Yeah, that is fine. I mean, one thing I just want to add here, whatever you said is right. You just need to explore the module, and based on your findings, you will write the test cases. But
Yes.
also, one more thing you can do. Suppose I am just giving you the module and asking you to write the test cases, but you can just instead of exploring directly to the application or the module, you can ask for the documentation as well. Okay, because most of the time, what happens, sorry, most of the time what happens, you have already some documentation related to a module is present. Okay, so that you can read it or maybe studied something related to that documentation, that module, and then you can explore the particular module or the application.
Yeah,
So
but
it will help you to write the better test case basically.
yeah, I got that. I don't have a document as well. I don't have a requirement, and I have a model in front of me, and I have to write test cases. I suppose that was your question.
Oh, okay, okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm just adding that like the one more point in that, nothing else.
If there is a already developed module, and I have to explore that module, and I have to write the test cases, then there is a documentation as well. Means the previous test engineers
Yes.
or experience or senior test engineers, they already written test cases on that module. So that case I have to learn, I have to explore the application by looking into the document.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, one more thing. The next question is basically, do you have any idea on agile? Like what is agile and how the agile methodology basically works?
Yeah.
So can
Basically,
you talk about something?
yes, yes. When there is a multiple models, we have like a waterfall, spiral, V and me model. So
Okay.
overcome all the drawback of all these models, we are coming to the agile model. Okay, so in agile model, there is a main advantages like if there is a change in any change in the requirement at the any stage of SDLC, we can change it.
Okay.
And also in a agile model, one more thing of agile model is there is a clear vision between the customer, between the tester and developer. If I'm a tester, I have some doubt regarding the requirement, then I can directly ask to the customer.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear vision between them. And also in a agile methodology, customer can get their product in a very short period of time. They need no need to wait for the complete module completion. They
Yeah.
can get,
Basically, they will get a set of modules basically, not the entire product, right?
yeah, yeah, in
Yeah.
very short period of time.
Yes. Yes. Right.
And also there is also on Scrum meetings they have, means day to day basis Scrum meeting in between leads and lead tester, developers, project managers. So they discuss about what they did, what they need to do, what are the achievements they have, what are the drawbacks, means like what are the they need to what to do. Means all the things are discussed in that meeting as well. So in
Yeah.
Agile we have a Scrum meeting as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you are right. I mean, whatever I am expecting from you at this level, at the fresher level, that that these things. Okay. So another question is from my side is basically, so what are your plans for the automation testing? Since I know you are just starting, so you will definitely start with the manual testing. But what are your future plans for the automation testing? How do you gonna achieve this? The automation testing part also.
Yes, yes. Recently, I selected as an intern. So
Okay.
I got a project, I got a requirement, I got a documents from my company. So now I'm doing, means I'm testing the application it by manually. But in future, I have to do the automation as well after 1 or 2 years. After taking a experience in a manual testing, I want to do in a automation as well. So for that, I'm joining some institute before means I have in today I have some demo sessions for the automation. I joined that institute. Then after joining, I have learned I will learn all the automation testing skills, and also I can apply all the automation testing skills in my current project. So I have to
Yes.
practice with that as also.
Yeah, that is what I'm expecting basically. Definitely you can learn it from Google or maybe some institute, but the more practical knowledge you will get it from your own project itself, right?
I will apply all the automation testing skills on my current project as well.
Yeah, you can learn from your colleagues as well. So basically, if you are doing manual testing, so somewhere someone from your team as well, they are doing the automation. So you can have some communication and then you can learn from them also.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all from my side. Like whatever the things I just wanted to ask for. So do you have any questions for me basically?
No, no. It's good for my side as well. And
Okay.
I just want my feedback, like what I.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so in terms of feedback, basically, since you are a very, I mean, say that like the very fresher level at the, so what things I am seeing, you know, much of the things like in theoretical wise, but when it comes to practically, definitely you need some more time to learn those theoretical things into the practical as well.
Yes,
So that is somewhere it's totally fine. I mean, there's no issue with that. But as I ask you something related to like the defect, mass defect or something, so few these terms basically you will need to explore more. Okay, because this regression testing, smoke testing, and other stuff, whatever I have asked, SDLC, STLC, these are the common things, right?
yes,
But
yes,
sometime if you want to be a little extra from other testers who are also applying for the manual testing as a fresher level, so you just need to explore more about these things as well. Okay, so that in the interview you should not miss any of the questions basically. So that will be the advantage for you. Okay,
yes,
I hope you understand, right, what I said.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
that is one part, and another thing is also important. I'm assuming that in colleges also they basically teach you the database and other stuff, right?
yes,
So in the manual testing, the two or three core pillars are basically you just need to know the manual testing, how to do that, what are the technique and stuff, and the second part is database testing. Because whenever you suppose you have a one module sign up, whenever you are creating the sign up entire things and you are just hitting a submit button or save button, so your entire data is going to save in a database, right?
yes,
So you just need to know like how to query, select query basically to just to validate or just to check whether whatever the sign up data I have entered in the UI, it is getting stored in the database or not, right?
okay,
So
yes,
for
yes,
that you just need to have a knowledge on the database as well. No
yes,
need to go advanced level, but at least you should know the basic SQL queries like select, create, update, delete, these commands basically.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay, so just improve on the database side, and also I will tell you like while learning the manual testing, maybe you start doing the automation as we discussed, so that it will be a good in future. So the overall feedback is to just to learn more about the stuff which are there in the market, basically the database testing or maybe the agile, maybe the Java or the automation part.
yes, yes,
So that is something I would request you to just be more focused on that side.